Be with the times.
So were you born in India or were you born here?
Yeah, I was actually born in Randwick in Sydney, at the in the Royal Randwick Women's Hospital. Yeah, funny stories though. Yeah, it's an amazing coincidence. So, yes, and myself and my older sister were both born in Sydney. My mum grew up in Murwillumbah, which is just a small town just on the border of New South Wales and Queensland. And her parents were both born in India, and yeah, my dad was born in Punjab.
So do you speak Hindi or Punjabi?
Well, growing up in Australia, you don't, especially in Randwick, there's not too many other Indian friends I had to hang out with, so I had to learn English pretty quickly. So I tried to speak a bit of Punjabi with mum and dad, but I'm very comfortable with English.
Permit me then to say Sat Sri Akal, Namaste to you.
Sat Sri Akal, thank you.
So tell me, who have been the main influencers in your gaining and fulfilling your dream of cricket?
Oh, look, there's so many to choose from, but the one that sticks out for me the most is definitely my dad. My dad was a national 200 and 400 metre runner back in India. So I started to do running at first, realised it was probably a little bit too hard for me, so I decided to cricket instead. But yeah, my dad was probably my biggest influence growing up. I think not only the amount of sacrifices he made for both my sister and myself, but I think the amount he achieved in such a short sporting career that he had as well, I think it was something that my sister and I are very grateful for, but also mesmerised by.
Sure, so I think your sister is also a sportswoman.
Look, because since there's only two of us in the family, one of us is to be good at sport, and I would like to think that was me. My sister, yeah, she's no good when it comes to catching a ball, so I couldn't get my sister to catch a ball or throw a ball, but anytime there was any homework or anything needed to be done for school, I always went to her.
So you couldn't teach your sister how to catch a ball or throw a ball. But what message would you give to any other women or females who inspire to be cricketers? Maybe you have a message for them in cricket.
Yeah, I think so. I think as Phil said earlier, like there is so many household names in women's cricket these days that are inspiring the next generation of female cricketers to come and play. And I think there's a lot of new initiatives and pathways that there are for women's cricket in terms of the Woolworths Cricket Blast, and also the bunch of academies and pathway systems there are for young female cricketers to try and pursue a career in cricket. And I think it wouldn't be for the people like Phil mentioned earlier, like Belinda Clark and Lisa Sthalekar, that have sort of had their legacy for the next generation of players. So yeah, I'm excited to see the amount of participation in female cricket, and it's so good these days when we go to schools and we go to different grounds around Sydney and Australia, there's always female cricket playing, and I think that's a fantastic thing.
So what are you looking forward to the most in forthcoming summer international women's series?
It's a tough one because the schedule is looking pretty exciting. For me, it's definitely the World Cup. The men just finished their World Cup in England. Now the female T20 World Cup. I think it's going to be fantastic. We saw just before the last World Cup in England, with England and India in the final, how thrilling it was, and I think the amount of good teams that are going to be in this World Cup. I think also the exposure that we've been able to see with some of those international players come and play in the WBBL, also the games in India and some T20s in England. I think the exposure that female cricketers have, I think a lot of us players, such as the men, we're learning so many things about female cricketers and who to actually look out for in this World Cup, and I think it's going to be really exciting.
That sounds good. I have more for you, but over to you, Olivia. Tell me, how did you develop an interest in cricket and how did you fulfill this dream?
Thank you for having me today. So when I was much younger, I wasn't interested in cricket at all. It was always on TV in the background. I used to commentate cricket. It was always a point of discussion at family gatherings and everything. And I think being an Indian origin person, it was always just these things that I would like cricket and that I would play cricket. So I rebelled and I played baseball rather than cricket. It was more when I was entering high school that certain events started to create more of a buzz in the cricket sphere for girls at my school. So I went to the same school as Elise Perry. She was a few years older than me. And I remember when she was selected at 16 for the international team, that was just quite a turning point. Especially also hearing about Alyssa Healy at the school down the road that was selected to play in the men's boys division of the local private school competition. That was really a turning point, and it got us, more buzzing to be involved with cricket and play as well.
It's great to see so many women involved and interested in cricket. What do you think that, besides the two lovely men we've spoken to now, speaking very highly about women's cricket, what do you think male cricketers think about female participation in cricket? Do they think it's a male-dominated sport only?
I think we need to ask the men that. No, look, it's an interesting question. So I'm a speech therapist by background, and I work in a regional town in Queensland. One of the things that we have to do before we start communicating with a client is we have to build that rapport with them, so that they're comfortable communicating with us and help letting us work with them. One of the things that I'm finding with a lot of my older clients who are older, white men who are retired, who worked in construction for most of their careers, we are very, very different. But a common ground for us is cricket and talking about cricket. There is still that, especially when I speak with them about cricket, there's still that perception that, it's not quite on the same field, it's quite on the same path. The ball doesn't get bowled quite as quickly, or the field is smaller, so I think there's still work to go to be able to support women's cricket at all those levels.
That's great. And what can we expect in the Women's International this summer? Any special?
So I have a very personalised message. I think I'm the only person that's ever said this before, but just do it. I might trademark that a bit later. I think there is a bit of nervousness still. I mean, I remember when we were growing up, it was seen more as a boys' sport, and luckily that is changing now. But I think the message more so for the parents and for the schools and for Cricket Australia is that young girls, they can't be what they can't see. So really supporting women's cricket at all the different levels is quite important, not just in getting young girls playing cricket, but I think women need to be more involved in all the peripheral issues involved with cricket. That be commentating or sports journalism. I mean, if you support women in all these peripheral issues, then it's going to trickle down and create the right effects at that grassroots level.
What do you think we can do to encourage more women and encourage a greater number of spectators and fans for our female cricketers?
Well, I think the really good news is that I think female participation and getting crowds to a lot of the games is rising. Like we saw in last year's WBBL, both semi-finals were sold out, and that was amazing. I think over time that's slowly going to grow and more people are going to come to these games, and we're going to see more female teams. I just think for now, I think it's the generation of cricketers that are playing right now, such as the Elise Perrys, the Rachel Haynes, Meg Lannings. They're making such a massive impact on female cricket, and I think over time we're going to see more females buy in, and I think I can speak on behalf of my local club, Randwick, are trying to make a girls team now, and I think a lot of teams are trying to do that to try and increase female participation. So I think in the next 5 years, I think we're definitely going to see some bigger things.
Sure. And with all your experience in cricket, have you come across any female cricketers of Indian origin, like yourself, who seem to be promising and have a path towards professional cricket? Have you identified any female cricketers?
I've been trying to. It's always nice to see some other Indian origin people play cricket as well, So, look, I can't name anyone from the top of my head, but what I have been really pleased to see is after sometimes when I like to do a bit of extra training out in Sydney Olympic Park is where New South Wales train. There is so many Indian origin girls in the younger pathway systems, the under 13s, New South Wales, the under 15s, the under 17s, and it's fantastic to see. And I think, I think it's those pathways are so important for young girls to try and pursue their careers and develop their games. And I think every time I see them train on a Monday night or a Wednesday night, it's really pleasing to see the amount of Indian origin girls come in and try and play cricket, and obviously and they're taking their careers quite seriously. So I think it's fantastic to see, and hopefully I'll try and grab their names next time. So yeah.
Okay, that was great.
One-stop answer to your Australian education and visa matters. GEMCO Sydney. Dream big, achieve big.